Namaste yogis, and welcome to this practice. Thank you for joining me on this practice to really focus on being present, self-aware, and just being in our bodies, just feeling and discovering for some new space in the body. So we'll begin by crossing the legs and taking the hands into a chin mudra, onto the knees, the index finger and thumb touching, and just staying nice and upright in the spine, closing the eyes and just feeling present, feeling aware of anything that's going on in the mind and body. You can deepen the breathing, just noticing that breath in the tummy, maybe taking a hand onto the tummy and one onto the chest. And we'll just experience the breath in these regions, just bringing some sense of touch here to have some compassion and kindness to anything that's going on internally. Just welcoming those thoughts, feelings, emotions, allowing them to be here without fighting anything, just noticing what's there. Continuing with that deep breathing, just being present in our body, in this practice, in this space. And without forcing anything with the breath. And we can gently release the hands onto the knees, allowing the breathing to settle. We're going to come now into tabletop position. So just bringing the knees hip width apart, and we'll push back into child's pose, resting the forehead down onto the ground. Just surrendering to this practice, allowing this practice to just really open out anything and welcome anything that's here inside today. Allowing the ground, the earth to support us, taking all of the weight out of the body, the physical weight, emotional weight, mental weight. Breathing easy, feeling the breath in the tummy, and we'll gently rise now, coming into that tabletop position. And we're going to drop the belly and look up, closing the eyes here. Exhaling, rounding the spine, bringing the chin down to chest, into cat pose. Again, dropping the belly, pointing the tailbone up, looking up, and exhaling, rounding the spine, dropping the chin to chest, really pushing the mat away. Feeling strong in our foundation as we slide forward, inhaling, and exhaling back to cat pose. Feeling the spine really warming up. And exhaling back to cat pose. Inhaling, moving up. And exhaling Retracting back to our cat. And again, just dropping the belly, looking forward. And we can just take the hips over to one side, just feeling out the body here. Maybe taking the hips over to the other side, just really waking up the hips. And just being mindful of these movements, slow, easy movements, whatever feels comfortable. Just moving, experimenting with our body, being present. And we'll curl the toes under behind, sitting back onto the heels, rotating the shoulders back and down, bringing the hands into prayer. Just taking some breaths here. Notice any changes to how we feel or any differences, just allowing it to come. Okay, and we'll drop the hands down. And we're going to melt the heart down to the earth here, so just dropping the chest all the way down, as close to the ground as we can reach, dropping the forehead, maybe taking the head to one side. Opening out the shoulders. Breathe easy here, just relaxing all of the body where we are. And we can gently move back into downward facing dog, just really keeping the upper body in a nice straight line, keeping the head nice and relaxed. And we can pedal out slowly here, just opening out the legs, stretching through each leg, pushing the heels down, pointing the tailbone up towards the sky, maybe holding on one side and then the other, really pushing those heels down. And we can bring a really nice generous bend to the knees and then straighten. And again, we can move forward now, dropping the knees down to the mat, releasing the toes. We're going to open out through the right side body and then gently threading the needle underneath the left armpit, bringing the head down to the mat, getting comfortable here, placing the left hand either out in front or maybe grabbing hold of the right thigh, and just relaxing here, surrendering down onto the earth, keeping the legs at about a 90-degree angle. Just hearing any sounds you can hear, being present where you are. Focusing only on the experience in this moment. We can release by gently pushing through the left hand. Open up the left side body. Thread underneath the right and bring the head down to the mat. Breathe, relax here. Gently pushing into the right hand, coming back to our tabletop. And we're going to drop all of the body down, coming into Cobra. So just opening out the chest, a little heart opener here, pushing the elbows in close to the body, looking up slightly. And gently release down onto the earth. Inhale, moving up. Breathe. And we'll gently lower all the way down to the earth, dropping the forehead down. We'll take a brief moment here in crocodile pose, and then we can bend the right leg, pulling that in close to the body, getting a nice quad stretch, pushing the hips into the earth. Gently release that leg with control, resting the head onto the right hand, swapping legs, so bending the left leg, pulling that in close to the body, resting the head down onto the hand. Release that leg down. And we can gently twist, taking the right leg as far behind us as we can. And we'll repeat on the other side, taking the left leg over the right and reaching as far as we can, gently twisting the spine. And we can bend both legs here, grabbing hold of both feet if we can reach, or using a strap. Relaxing the head to one side if that's more comfortable. Still surrendering down onto the earth, to our practice. Releasing the legs with control down onto the mat. And we can gently peel up, curling the toes under, moving back into our tabletop position. We're going to straighten out the right leg behind us, pushing into that calf, getting a really good stretch in the calf. And release the legs, swapping sides, taking the left leg behind, keeping the neck nice and long, engaging the core here as well. Gently coming to sitting into our hero's pose, resting the weight back onto the heels. We'll take a nice side body stretch over to the right and then over to the left. Exhaling and inhale over to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale over to the left. Inhale, center. And we can come to sitting on our bottom to a cross-legged position here. We'll gently twist round to the left, keeping the spine nice and long, finding a little bit more space if there is any. And a small counter twist the other way, and then gently lengthening through the spine and twisting round to the right. Okay, so we're going to come to butterfly pose, bringing the soles of the feet together, interlocking the hands round the feet, sitting up nice and tall, feeling the sitting bones down on the earth. We can push the shoulders down away from the ears, take the gaze up slightly, just noticing the light behind the eyes getting just slightly brighter when we look up. Standing up nice and tall here, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Gently release. And we're going to take a forward folding butterfly, releasing the head all the way down if we can to touching onto the feet. But just relaxing here without really using any force to bring the head down, just allowing gravity to do all of the work. And we can gently roll up to sitting. We'll take the hips over now to the left, back to center and over to the right. Over to the left and over to the right. Just windscreen wiper legs here, just feeling out the hips where we store a lot of tension and stress. Moving left, center, right. And we can come back into a cross-legged position. We'll just move forward here, relaxing the head down onto the earth into a seated child's pose. If we can't reach, maybe grabbing a block or just relaxing the neck wherever it wants to fall. In any practice where we're trying to be present, these forward folding postures are really calming. And we'll gently peel up. We can cross the legs over the opposite way now. Same again, just relaxing the head wherever it wants to fall. So by bringing the hands and the head down onto the mat, we're just surrendering to any emotions that are here, just surrendering to our ego and whatever's being felt here, just allowing it to be felt. And we'll gently roll up, peeling up nice and slow. And we can come now into a passive child's pose, so bringing the knees together this time, relaxing the forehead down onto the earth and placing the arms by the side of the body, the palms facing up. Relaxing the elbows here, allowing the arms to splay out to the sides. Just feeling the breath in the tummy. And we can gently again roll up to seated. We'll come into our tabletop position and we'll push our right leg forward between the hands. And we'll relax the neck here, so just getting a nice stretch in the hips, keeping the neck relaxed. Just breathing easy, not forcing anything, forcing any shapes. And we'll gently take that foot back, releasing the toes, taking the left foot forward, making sure the knee doesn't go over the ankle here. And again, just relaxing the head, trying to relax the shoulders here as well. Easy breaths. Gently releasing that leg back, releasing the toes. And we will gently and slowly come back into our downward facing dog. Just twisting maybe round to one side, back to the other side. So just allowing any free movement here in this posture that vaguely resembles a downward facing dog. This practice is not about perfection, it's about being. So just being in whatever position and space feels good for you. And we'll generously bend the knees and we can straighten the legs. Bend the knees and straighten. We'll bend the knees again and straighten. And again, bend the knees and straighten. And we can repeat that, just waking up the legs. And we'll bring the right foot forward here, planting the left foot behind us. And we can come into a warrior pose here with the hands in prayer position. Making sure that the hips are facing forward, the knees not going over the ankle at the front, and we're strong in the legs. Twisting round to the left in warrior two, looking over that front middle finger. Making sure that the hips are level, we're not dipping into one side, and the knee in front is still parallel. We'll drop the hands down to the mat. Coming into our downward facing dog again, just pedaling out, moving in any way that feels good for you. Pushing one heel down maybe, or rising up onto the tiptoes, keeping the neck nice and long. And we can take the left foot forward this time, planting the right heel down. We'll come up into our warrior one, hips square and facing forward, hands in prayer. Closing the eyes if you want to. We'll twist round into warrior two, tucking the tailbone under, nice and strong in the legs. Keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. We'll drop the hands down to the mat. Drop the knees down, release the feet. Moving back into our child's pose, arms out in front, relaxing the head. Allowing the ground to take all of the weight of the head. Relaxing the forehead so that it crinkles towards the nose. Breathing here, just sensing how you feel, checking in. And we'll gently take the left hand just underneath the right arm, having a little shoulder stretch, or for a more intense stretch, moving it to more of a parallel line, more of a straight line. Relaxing the head. Take the left hand out in front again, and we'll slide the right arm underneath the left. Or moving that much further if you want to, relaxing the head wherever it wants to fall. Closing the eyes. Gently release that right arm out in front, relaxing the forehead down again. We can bring the palms together in prayer, bending at the elbows, maybe touching the thumbs onto the back of the neck or just above the head, just having a little tricep stretch here. Releasing the hands down slowly. And we can gently curl the toes under behind, bringing the knees into the chest. See if you can move your weight backwards here and just holding onto the knees. If you need support, taking the hands onto the ground is fine. And we'll gently peel up to a standing position, keeping the neck relaxed. We can just gently interlock the arms behind and just pulling the arms behind, giving a nod no and yes. Stretching out the chest, the shoulders. This is a nice heart opener, gentle on the legs. A calming posture. Relaxing the arms, hugging behind the knees and just bringing the head onto the shins or around the knee area, connecting the tummy and the thighs. And we can take a nice generous bend of the knees, coming all the way to seated. We can lay down onto the mat and we'll come into happy baby pose, so relaxing down, bending the legs and holding the outside edges of the feet. Keeping the head relaxed. You can have a gentle rock side to side here if that's comfortable. With control and ease. Maybe bringing a little smile to the face now, just seeing how that feels at this time. Whether that's really easy for you today or maybe not so easy. We can bend the knees and release. And we can just take some nice circles with the hands on the knees. Round one way. Massaging the lower back. And then we can reverse that circle back the other way. And releasing all the way down onto the mat into Shavasana, just tilting the pelvis up, pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. Relaxing the feet, allowing the feet to splay out. And we'll start our body scan here, just easing into our Shavasana. So just gently relaxing through the left heel of the foot, the sole of the foot, each toe, the left ankle, the left calf, the left knee, the left thigh, hamstring, and the left hip. Moving our awareness now over to the right hip and the right hamstring and thigh, the right knee, the right calf and shin, the right ankle, each toe on the right foot. the right heel, and the right sole of the foot. Taking our awareness now to both hips. Releasing any tension around the pelvic region. And just feeling everything from the hip down relaxed, comfortable, soft. And finding that heaviness in the bottom half of the body, completely supported by the earth. Relaxing the tummy, easy breaths. Relaxing the chest. See if you can just soften around the area of the heart. Just feeling a lightness around this area, an openness. And relaxing through the right shoulder, the right bicep and tricep, the right elbow, the right forearm, wrist, and each finger and thumb. Coming back up, taking the awareness now to the left shoulder, the left bicep and tricep, the left elbow, left forearm, the left wrist, and each finger and thumb on the left hand. And now just feeling everything from the shoulders down, just relaxed, peaceful, still. An easiness, a heaviness in the body. Taking the awareness up to the head, feeling the heaviness of the head onto the earth, the crown connecting with the earth. And relaxing the forehead, temples, eyebrows, the space between the eyebrows, the eyelids, the cheeks, the jaw, chin, lower lip, upper lip, and allowing the tongue to fill the whole bottom palate of the mouth. As we notice the tongue relaxing all the way down to the root, just noticing the neck relax. So just being really still here in your body. Breathing easy, comfortable. Noticing any thoughts that come in here, allowing them to come in, welcoming them in, and just allowing them to pass you by. No judging any thoughts or delving into them, just allowing them to come, whatever they are. So we can slowly begin to bring awareness into the body, maybe having a little stretch or a yawn. And we can just gently roll onto one side, taking our time to get there. No rushing to get there, just listening to our bodies if we need to rest a bit longer. And if you feel ready, we can slowly come up to a comfortable seated position anywhere on the mat, just crossing the legs, taking the hands onto the knees, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Taking a few deep breaths here. Just noticing the earth underneath you, all of the points on the body touching the ground. Taking the hands over the eyes, we'll just rotate the eyes round once, one way, and back the other way. Just noticing any sounds you can hear. Staying here. And we'll slowly take the hands away from the face, opening the eyes. Namaste everybody, thank you for joining me on this practice.